how we all imagined AI 40 years ago. Do you guys know about the Sora AI advancement? I kind of talked about it very briefly when it was like discovered. But we made a very important technological fucking breakthrough in like AI stuff, like technology, like text to video, all that shit, right? It was, I mean, that shit looks practically indistinguishable now. Does anybody not know what I'm talking about? All right. So this is Sora AI, creating video from text. I think it has some, the video should be here. But for example, the little video in the back is actually made by AI, but you can't really tell what's going on. So here, this is AI, like what you're looking at right there. That is all AI generated. And if like just be honest with yourself, man. If you were looking at this little clip, just passively, right? Casually, you're just scrolling through the internet. Ain't no way you're gonna be thinking this is AI, like ever, right? So check this out. Look, it's like nice and cinematic. The reflections are nice. Now you do have to look at it and you'll start to see some weirdness, right? There is a little bit of weirdness. But let me just say that this is as bad as it's going to be from now on, guys. Yeah, you would never know. You would absolutely never know. Like no way in fuck. Look at that. That looks real. Now, if you happen to um like over the course of I don't know the next year or so, I don't know exactly when they're releasing this to the public because I do believe that they were going to um make it to where only responsible companies and like institutions have access to it, like big companies. So like, bros, just imagine the deep fakes. Just imagine what you could make politicians do. You know, just imagine this little mark down here on the bottom right. That indicates that it's from this software. Now, you're gonna get people that just fucking crop that out or Photoshop it out, but at least you know you know you're looking for something. That's like the watermark that this software puts. But yeah, you would really just never know, guys. Now I noticed, like for example, this guy right here. I don't know if we can really like zoom into that. Hold on. You can kind of tell, sort of, right? It's he's got like two bags on him. Got this big old trench coat. He doesn't really like have the walk of a person, and those are some of those little things that aren't gonna make a lot of sense. But the other thing about that is that kind of gives me hope for the development of people. You know what I mean? Like their discernment. Like you guys all know fucking people. Their discernment, their discretion, their everything is just fucking down, right? It's a downward trend. The stonks are not good for that situation. This is going to make people really second guess what they're looking at from now on. Like it used to be seeing is believing, right? Like if you got the video, that's proof. Now you have to do your own research. You have to find things on like for yourself. You have to see things for yourself. Yeah, I would hope that they were doing that art and they're making and that they're actually making it well enough that it's going to capture all this other shit, right? You have more faith in people than I do. Oh man, I just I think that I think that people are gonna have to go that direction. And you know what happens to people that don't adapt to the times, right? Well, they crumble off as bad as those cookies that were swept up on the fucking art of sell exhibit. And that's just life, right? On Instagram, if you post AI art, it will show source AI. Interesting. Yeah, I don't mess with Instagram. I don't know. That's an interesting thing. That's good. Like and you can plainly tell. Like how do you does it like label it? So like if I downloaded this video, it says I can download it. So if I downloaded this video and I put it on Instagram right now, if I just made a reel of it, right? It would detect that this is this software or whatever, or at least it's AI. If so, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be good then if they can detect it now because we're advanced on that. See now, like this one, you could definitely tell it's got CG, right? It's like CG-ish, but I mean everything in this video in this little clip is AI. You know the quality of the misting snow. You know it's pulverized. It's dope. Look just how real this is. except for that little, bro, that walk was kind of funny, wasn't it? My guess would be that those creation AI have metadata that they embed, and there are very easy ways to remove metadata. Those that really want to fuck with disinformation will not be stopped by that. Yeah, that's true. And see, that's kind of where I was talking about. Like, well, in really any situation, right? I feel like once the normies understand that this software is out, people are going to be way more discerning. At least an uptick in discernment, right? You're going to start to see people really start to question things. At least in on the internet. I think we all kind of grew up with the old saying, you know, it's on the internet, so it must be true, right? But some people just do not take that to heart at all. Yeah, we send a fucking Terminator to those guys, Quad. Absolutely. But yeah, that little walk was funny. The newest fighter plane. Fuck. But yeah, I mean, if you were looking, this is just a loop, but if you were looking at this, like I said, the only real small clue that you would get is how this guy is like waddling, like he's got poop in his butt. You know, he walks fine there, right there. It's kind of like, it looks like he's like walking with his legs crossed almost. Now look at this. You saw this in a movie, you would think it's just the drone shot. So that's the other thing, man. This is gonna put drone people out of business. Like absolutely just gonna shit on that industry. And then like B roll is it's gonna be so easy to come up with now. Like I have trouble. Like I don't even do B roll because I have to. You have to pay for fucking B roll to be able to use it. And but yeah, it's incredibly good. Yeah, it's. I mean, just try to find the fake parts of this. Yeah, it's cringe. It is cringe, but I like to use it because of just to meme. You know, like I've used it for memes in my South Park videos. Yeah, but this is, I mean, you're gonna if you can generate a B-roll video just by, you know, text to video, that's I mean, fuck, that's saving you money, that's saving you time. You instantly have what you need, and you don't have to hire a drone pilot to go out and just get that footage for you in a unless you actually need it in a specific location. So it might not die out completely, but what do I know? You know, eventually they're going to be able to feed Google Maps, you know, like the fucking surface pictures of that shit, and it'll just generate it from that. Like everything's on the table now. And then this right here is just goodbye Pixar. Like you're gonna get 13-year-olds in their mom's basement making Pixar movies. You could make a movie out of that with like zero cost. I mean, really the only cost would be the subscription I imagine you would have to pay for the access to this. But yeah, this is, I mean, rip Pixar 1,000%. I mean, look at this. I mean, you just put some fun music behind that, and you got yourself a little moment, little scene. This right here isn't as impressive to me. It just looks, I mean, it's cool. I guess that's not what they were going for, realism. It's just a style of art. And see, this could be just a weird little zany, goofy little scene in another kind of Pixar movie, right? It says it's papercraft. And see, is that a real bird? It says prompt. This close-up shot of a Victoria Crown pigeon showcase, blah blah blah. It shows you how to create it with the prompt. So whatever you type into it, if you type this into it, you would get something similar to this. And look at that, guys. Like if this wasn't a real bird, yeah, I don't know. I just know that there is absolutely all kinds of crazy birds out there. And it may not even be a real bird. I don't know. But look at how it keeps its head in one spot, and then it like the body catches up to its position. That is that looks pretty fucking real. You would have no idea. Yeah, me neither. Let's just let's fucking look. And apparently it is. So here's the real. It's a Victoria Crown pigeon. And there is the AI from a prompt, guys. So AI, real. Yeah, Fiverr's done, right? I mean for a bunch of things. Not completely. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's impressive, man. Oh, for the Pirate Coalition, what we got here? Close up video of two pirate ships battling each other as they sail inside a cup of coffee. I mean, pretty cool. AI games. Like, do you actually? Or do you see them coming? Giggity. So they are there. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, it's well, and honestly, we have had AI in our games for quite a long time. It's just I think that it's a buzzword right now. But I mean, yeah, I mean you would be able to tell that it's like weird, like weirdly like created, manufactured. But I think that if a developer says this game was made with I think that an investor would pay money, like more money for that, because it's a buzzword. It's hot right now, right? Like it's all over. We're all talking about it. Like we're talking about it now. Even though this particular announcement was 2 weeks ago, ancient history on the internet, right? So the prompt here is a young man at his 20s is sitting on a piece of cloud in the sky reading a book. And this is not a real person. You might be able to find some weirdness with the pages moving back and forth, but it's getting tough, man. Really getting tough.